It was one of the world's deadliest terrorist attacks. In 2008, Pakistani gunmen opened fire on civilians in Mumbai, murdering 166 people, including 2 Canadians. The alleged organizer of the attack, Tahawwur Hussain Rana, was, and still is, a Canadian citizen.
I was deeply shocked.
This Canadian was shot 4 times in the attack, and 2 of his American friends were killed.
He should be in a prison. He certainly doesn't deserve a Canadian passport.
Rana, a former Pakistan Army captain, became a Canadian citizen in 2001 by allegedly lying on his application. After he was named a suspect in the Mumbai attacks, the RCMP launched their own investigation in 2009. Rana had claimed to live in this Ottawa apartment, but police said the owner told them he never did. Instead, the RCMP found he was actually living in Chicago. He allegedly used his Canadian passport to travel to Mumbai and plan the attacks. In 2012, Rana was convicted in the U.S. of supporting a terrorist group. And last year, he was extradited to India, where he's accused of plotting the attack. But he remains a Canadian citizen. The government's request for revocation is now before the courts.
Once you grant them citizenship, it's extremely difficult to get them out of the country.
A Global News review of other cases alleging fraud found it typically takes more than a decade to rescind citizenship. Another extreme example, this former Guatemalan commander. In 2014, a U.S. court found he was involved in massacring an entire village in the 1980s. Jorge Sosa was convicted in the U.S. in 2014, but his Canadian citizenship wasn't revoked until last February.
It is very, very difficult to have a revocation of citizenship.
The politics of 9/11.
Experts say the delays are partly due to a lack of resources and legal changes from former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, who made it harder to revoke citizenship.
Rana, meanwhile, denies involvement in the Mumbai attacks and is still fighting to keep his Canadian citizenship, arguing that he's now faced an unreasonably long delay in processing his case. Jeff Semple, Global News, Toronto.